Your Excellency, we wish to draw your attention to the growing challenges facing Kenyan workers within the EPZ under the Export Processing Zone Authority, where we are witnessing the emergence of companies not honoring freely negotiated collective bargaining agreements. Briefly, Your Excellency, let me touch on Social Health Authority. We have heard a lot of noises and so on, more so coming from our institutions and workers and other interested organizations. When we carried out research, Your Excellency, we found that you meant very well when you established the Social Health Authority. But as a member of that board, I can tell you for free that the problem that SHA is facing is internal. Otherwise, SHA has done a commendable job. And also, the problem is of mixing two acts, one for Digital Health Authority and which is independent, with that one of SHA, two independent acts of parliament, away from the one that established SHA. As I'm talking to you, Your Excellency, SHA does not administer the information communication system under Taifa Care platform, which is supposed to monitor the entire expenditure of SHA, and also if SHA is given full administrative of that particular platform, other than this being worked out by the DHA, that will be the end of conflicts between the insured organizations and service providers. You can look at that. Meanwhile, those are administrative issues. I have talked to the minister concerned, and I think if they are looked into that, SHA have a platform, controls the information and monitors the expenditure, both income and expenditure of contributions, which about 90% comes from workers, there will be no more problems. Your Excellency, I have said about affordable housing, and I don't want to repeat, and I want to thank you very much. I want also to go further than that. You allowed us workers to apply to be apportioned, and you reduced the deposit from 10% to 5% for workers. Let these workers be part as owners, because they are contributors of this beautiful, magnificent, affordable houses throughout the Republic. Your Excellency, I don't want to labor too much on that. That's a subject we have discussed with you and you are aware. Your Excellency, as Kenyan workers, we are deeply appreciative of the move by your government also to build, as I've said, an SGR. But we want to appeal to you. We have a young man elected by railway workers called Eric Tirop. He wants to renew the CBA, which is stalled since 2014. And that will energize workers in that sector and have an opportunity to enjoy terms and conditions of service like any other workers. You have done very well in sugar reforms, and I want to thank you for that. And the General Secretary was here, Brother Wangara. You have done a good job in sugar reforms and all those factories around. The only problem is that some have reduced workers' salaries by 40% against the ILO Convention on Wages and Protection, and also on issues related to equal work of equal value. And that one I know you will advise accordingly, and you will allow the union concerned to sit with the management and work out on that. Lastly, second last, Your Excellency, I don't want to belabor too much, because most of the things are things you know very well. We as workers, we are very much concerned about the ongoing political rallies in this republic, as if elections are there next week. We urge the IEBC to put a stop to this menace and ask Kenyans to wait until IEBC releases the campaign calendar for our next year's elections. What we are trying to do now, inciting Kenyans, telling Kenyans things that are not really, this means that, Your Excellency, even if elections will be carried out, and whoever wins fairly with this polarization might cause a problem into our country if you can't put this on a stop. In any country where we have political turmoil or strife, it is workers, women, and children who suffer because they can't fly out. These self-proclaimed leaders of the opposition, they will run away. You will not see them here. And they must be tamed by law. And this is the work of IEBC and our government to make sure that since we are not in electioneering period, you are busy developing this country. You are busy everywhere inspecting government projects, and some people are trying to mar the good work that you are doing. I am passionate about this request, Your Excellency, because if anything happens, it is us. When this ship sinks, it will sink with everybody. Your Excellency, on behalf of my colleagues, let me thank you for providing some mechanism to spur economic growth of our country. Kenyans did not believe that you can stabilize our economy with signs of construction work across the country that we have witnessed, and improvement in infrastructure and what we are seeing. They didn't. Kenyans could not believe that you could lower down the prices of fertilizer. While inflation remains low at 4.40%, the consumer price index in the country has risen to 150.0 points. I want to come to that one later because that will be the last thing. I've already little bit touched on the economic performance of our nation, steered by yourself. You are the patron, you are custodian of economic growth and economic performance, economic protection, and economic changes that we are witnessing. Bantu befe mlembe ndiye ukwikhala Asia neshichire ngo kanda khabola kana mahua kaba kholi bemirimo chikali kariyo shichire ngo khande ndo msakhulu we area ino ndiye babone ko batieri abemirisi benyu bali imberi ino khandi isai na bantu bashirebanga injire na khulonde khoire hale Muranga khudi nenda abantu ababofu bashirebanga ni khutiehe ndiye nyokubabora wamunyalo khutirira no murundu kulia abana befu aba banyalo khurechera amarechero kabwe o murundu kulia no mwana o murundu uno share hare tawe norulano nobraka busabeti nule uwe khunyalo khutsie shiroko bukulo murundu ko khuruke shialo shino khumulonda huo mulaba siru mulaba shanzi sana. Serikali hii khudimona mawaziri kane ama permanent secretary zaidi ya 10 abakongo be parastatal bossi bali mu serikali hiyo abantu bali nende sauti kuli mu serikali hiyo fwenzi kuli muo kuli nende pao mu serikali hiyo abakwe benyu barebange pao fwe kuli nende pao manyego tutam
Nikiripotia Kamachu TV, itaripota 001 wa Chombi Kamachu.